Hey traders, Shane from GMT Futures and FX, just giving you an update on Portfolio 2, which is our futures systems portfolio. And this is the second of the futures strategies that we're tracking as part of our portfolio analysis. And we're going to look at week 32, and we're going to have a look at how the systems have been performing within this second portfolio. Okay, traders, so we're going to have a look at Portfolio 2 now. Now, this is our larger portfolio in that these systems generally create or generate a lot more profit. They have a slightly bigger drawdown on the system performance. So you see there that each one of these strategies, I've ranked them between the most profitable to the least profitable over the last, or the highest net profit to the lowest net profit over the last 8 months. So we're tracking this from January 2013. You can see the DAX strategies really striking there because they're performing exceptionally well. That DAX T16 is up 60k. Then you've got the cycle trader there sitting at 24, and it goes all the way down to our Eurobond. But what's interesting with this portfolio is that they've all got a very good average trade net profit, probably except for these two in the middle, which is soybeans and Euro futures. And you'll see there that the max drawdown, most of the max drawdowns are between say 4 and 4,000 and 1,000, and the highest being 4.4. So basically, it shows you that this particular portfolio has a higher drawdown, but also a higher overall profit. Now, when you combine all of these systems together, now the interesting thing about running all of these strategies together is that by our individual max drawdown on our worst system is 4,468. That's on the DAX, the cycle trader. But if you combine all the systems together, the actual max drawdown is 2,598. So that is a massive advantage to a multi-system strategy. So just by having uncorrelated systems running together, obviously DAX, the DAX cycle and trend there, those two systems aren't drawing down at the same time. If they were, that drawdown would be over $8,000. So our max drawdown is $2,500, and that improves our overall performance. So just by combining the systems together, you're actually reducing your you're actually reducing your max drawdown, and you're increasing your overall net profit. Because if I'm just trading, say for example, this system here, which is DAX Cycle Trader, my max drawdown is 4.4, and my overall net profit there is 24,000. Now, I can add in 9 more systems, not increase my drawdown, but have a massive improvement on my overall portfolio profit. So this is the reason why we have this multi-system strategy approach. And then if you add your money management into that, obviously you're going to get exponential gains over your week in, week out performance. So let's have a look now. You can see I've ranked the systems, as I mentioned before, on net profit. You can also see the average trade net profit, which is one of the things that we talk about a lot in our portfolio analysis. We want to make sure that we've got a substantial amount of net profit in our average trade net profit, because that's what really allows the system to run in real time. If you've got a fairly thin average trade net profit and you've got a high frequency of trades, then you're going to find that through slippage and brokerage that system isn't going to do as well as, say, for example, something with a higher average trade net profit. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about today too was that we need to look at these systems over a 5-week band as well, because while we've got 8 months worth of data there loaded up and we're tracking our system performance over 8 months, that's great, but we need to see what's making the most money over the last 5 weeks, because ideally what we want to do is we want to be trading the top systems, don't we? If we've got access to this portfolio, which our GMT members do, then they can just log in here and say, right, well, they can open up their portfolio spreadsheet and say, right, well, this week, what's the best performing system, because I need to add a system this week. What is my best performing system over the last 5 weeks? And you can see the DAX cycle has clearly been the best performing system. We've got 2 DAX trend systems there. We have a gold cycle trader, and then we've got this MSN01. Now, this is one of our momentum systems that has been very, very consistent. So the beauty about this, and this is why I've highlighted this strategy, is that the momentum system has been consistent, but it's also got a very low drawdown. So you can see there 990. That almost could be, well, that could be that and the DAX pullback those two could easily sit, as well as the gold strategy, in Portfolio 1. So we could actually have those in Portfolio 1, because Portfolio 1 is the portfolio where we want our systems with a drawdown of less than $1,000. So they could easily be systems that you add in. And the beauty about this is, if you look at your max drawdown to net profit, Gold Cycle Trader is really a prime candidate for a system that you would potentially add in as one of your top systems, because it's sitting it's sitting in fourth place overall over the last 5 weeks, and its average trade net profit is 114 on a Cycle Trader, which is fantastic. Low drawdown, huge profit, and it's done really well over the last 5 weeks. So that would be one that I would consider adding into your portfolio. So this is really good to have a look at as far as the tracking the portfolio performance. The other thing about Portfolio 2 is obviously it's doing much better than Portfolio 1, so it's produced obviously a lot more profit. So if we have a look back at Portfolio 1 only had an overall profit of 107, Portfolio 2 is 170, but the drawdown on Portfolio 1 is 1307. So that's very, very low drawdown. So that's having all systems on, trading 10 systems, 1307. And I could probably get it to a point where I, perhaps take out the bonds and coffee and add in those 2 other systems in Portfolio 2, and we could probably see that drawdown drop even more. So that overall is a very good performance. Remembering too that bonds and coffee add a lot of profit to that portfolio as well. So we'll jump back to Portfolio 2. As I mentioned before, huge overall net profit on the portfolio, and it hasn't had a losing week in the last 5, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes this week, and I'll be doing it. Hey traders, thanks for joining us for our update of Portfolio 2. That was brought to you by our Pro Traders Academy. If you'd like to become a GMT futures or FX automated system trader, all you need to do is send us a quick email at info@gmtfutures.com, and we can get you started pretty much straight away. Our number is 617-336-00875, and you can visit our website as well at www.gmtfutures.com and have a look at our products page too. So thanks for your time. Look forward to catching you on the next update. Cheers.